Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Car Question. One of the most popular segment of car right now on the market is the crossover or compact sport utility. These vehicles are getting more and more popular every day. They're fun to drive, all-wheel drive, they've got a good size for your cargo, your passenger. It's no wonder that everybody wants one of those. So right now we're gonna do the top 2017 of the best compact crossover or sport utility vehicle if you want. Let's start with the Mitsubishi RVR. Probably in the US you don't know what it is because it's called the Outlander Sport. New for 2017, you will have new fabric inside. You will have also automatic climate control, which is going to be standard, and you've got some modification made to the trim and the combination of the engine. On the negative points, you've got ride comfort. If you've got some potholes in your city or on your road, well, get ready because you will get moved by those potholes. The interior is plastic and it feels a lot cheaper when you compare it to the other vehicle in this segment. This CVT is slow to react, so it doesn't give you a good acceleration feeling. And one of the worst part is probably when you're going to be accelerating, the sound that generates the engine mixed to the CVT for the 2.0, well, that's not a pleasure to the ear. On the plus side though, it's not ugly. I find the look to be cool and interesting. You've got also a good warranty, one of the longest of the industry right now. Fuel economy is there with the 2.0 and the CVT, if you don't mind the poor acceleration. It's well equipped also for the price. Mitsubishi need to move. They need to bring new vehicles right now, new ID, new design. We've saw some good concept out of them, but right now with the Renault and the Nissan Alliance, I hope they are gonna have a lot of new things soon because we need that in the Mitsubishi lineup. The next contender is going to be the Nissan Rogue. For 2017, you will have an hybrid version that's going to be available. So right now, Nissan is going into the race of an eco-friendly vehicle. You've got a refresh of the styling that has been done. You've got more sound insulation, hand-free liftgate will be available. And you've got a ton of security features like adaptive cruise control that's going to be available. You have remote ignition, heated steering wheel, and a brand new platinum version, which is going to be fully equipped. On the downside though, acceleration are slow. The reaction of the engine is not there. Visibility is also poor. When you're gonna do those parking maneuvers, well, get ready, you will need the camera to help you. The transmission is sometimes slow to respond. You will step on it and there's not gonna be a lot of reaction. You've got not a lot of security feature when you go for the basic version. You need to go in the most equipped one to get all the feature. You've got a multimedia system, which connectivity is probably not Nissan expertise right now. So they need to improve that. On the plus side, you've got an awesome road handling with that vehicle. The suspension, the direction, it's kind of okay with that one. You've got also a comfortable interior. The seats are just awesome. Nissan really makes awesome seat for you, your comfort and your passenger out there. It's also large for this class. You will have a tons of space to put whatever you want in it, and comfort of your passenger will also follow. A cool thing is the Rebel version, the Rebel Special Edition that you can get with the famous movie Star Wars Rogue One. I like this one because it can bring you anywhere you want. If you need to do some off-road, this is going to be probably your best choice. For 2017, the Jeep Cherokee got a little modification to the equipment, grew to the lighting also, and you've got the Overland version, which is going to be available with all the features. On the downside though, acceleration of the 4-cylinder is not really there. It's a little bit smaller also when you need to bring some cargo along. When you want to go for a fully equipped version, wow, the price is going high and quickly. It's also more heavy than the other, so you will feel it when you're going to be on the road or on fuel consumption. On the plus side, it's the off-road king. You're gonna be able to go wherever you want with those awesome modes. You even got a low range with this one. It's the Trailhawk version with the torque in front that I really like, I think. You've got also a strong V6 rated at 271 horsepower, 239 pound-feet of torque with the 9-speed transmission. You've got an awesome multimedia system with 8.4 inches screen, and the suspension, well, if you want to be good at off-road, you gotta get a good suspension, and if your city is pothole city, well, don't worry with this one. But we need to work more a little bit on the reliability issue that Jeep is suffering right now. You check consumer report, you check here in Canada, Protégez-vous en français, and you're gonna see that Jeep is not really there. You've got the Chevrolet Equinox. Well, for 2018, you will have a brand new version of this one, completely revised. Finally, you will have a lot of engine choice. You will have also a diesel engine, which is going to be available at 137 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque. The 2.0 is going to be cool also with 252 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Connectivity will be there. You will have an all-wheel drive that you will be able to disengage, and you will have a special towing mode. Right now we're checking the 2017 model, but hey, the Equinox will do better with the next model, I'm sure. But right now it's his possession. On the minus points, the 4-cylinder is just slow. We are far from the announced fuel consumption numbers that the manufacturer was giving us. Cargo space is a little bit restrained, and the interior finishing doesn't really feel like it's 2017. On the plus side though, you've got awesome space in the rear seat for your passenger, and you will be able to adjust them to your comfort if you want. The V6 is strong, the ride quality has low noise level, and the ride is smooth also. In this segment, you've got the GMC Terrain. I don't know if you checked the video, but we have also a brand new version. It will share the same engine also as the Chevrolet Equinox. But right now, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the GMC version or the Chevrolet version? I think I'll go with the GMC because of the look. You've got all the new features that's going to be shared also between those two vehicles. But with the GMC, take a look at the transmission, take a look at the button that you have there. And don't forget, with GMC, you always have a Denali version, which means a luxury. But for 2017, it's going to be the same command as the Chevrolet Equinox. On the minus side also, you've got the tactile screen, which is far from the driver. It feels, once again, not 2017. And the Bluetooth audio is not available with the base version. So if you want that, you have to get more equipment. On the plus side, the V6 and the Denali version are looking good. Let's talk about the German contender right now with the Volkswagen Tiguan. The Tiguan is going to be redesigned for 2018. It's going to be based on the modular chassis of Volkswagen. Elsewhere in the world, you will be able to get a short version, but here in America, we will have the long version. So you will be able to get 3 rows of seating, but believe me, it's going to be useless. You don't have a lot of space if only you want to put children in there. You will have also the 2.0 engine, but it will have 16 horsepower less and 14 pound-feet of torque more than the previous engine. But right now for 2017, you've got a 6.3 inches screen, which is going to be standard, and they've modified also the option package. On the minus side, cargo space is limited, even with the leg. I think it's the worst for leg space in that segment. Fuel economy is inferior to what we have in this segment. The impact test also that they made with the Tiguan was not that convincing, and you don't have all the security features that you're gonna find in the other crossover in this segment. On the plus side though, it's really fun to drive. You've got that sporty feeling, but the suspension is a little bit harsh. You've got the performance engine. The interior quality is really good, and when you're gonna be driving along, you will see that you have a low noise level inside. But that's auto. It's kind of fun for the Tiguan. We're heading in Korea with the Hyundai Tucson for 2017. You've got a little bit more techno with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Don't forget that this vehicle's been completely redesigned for 2016. On the downside, acceleration are slow with the base version. I'm not sure also about the double clutch in this vehicle. It feels kind of strange. You've got those vibrations also, and when you're going to change gear in acceleration, you can feel that clunky movement. Usually a double clutch is for a performance vehicle, but right now in this kind of vehicle, I'm not sure. And how about reliability over time? That's gonna have to be seen. Feel free to share with me your comments if you drive a Tucson with a double clutch. I want to know more about that. On the downside, you've got less space also than the rivals out there. On the plus side though, the turbo engine is kind of strong. You will have also a ton of equipment when you're going to choose the standard version. Security included also. It's comfortable and you've got awesome result for the crash test with that vehicle. The Kia Sportage, let's talk about this one because they share a lot between those two, except the look, but it's still its cousin. For 2017, it's been completely redesigned. You've got tons of amelioration. It's refined, but which one will you choose? The Sportage or the Tucson? That's another great question. Let's look at the minus points. What about the front end of this car? Did they try to mimic a Porsche Macan? Do we try too much in styling? Also, fuel economy is not that good. Well, it's average. You've got a modest cargo space, and the turbo, when you check the number, should give you a little bit more horsepower feeling. On the plus side, it's really refined. You've got that awesome build quality. The interior feels classy. You've got also low noise level inside. The interior is really spacious. You've got a good communication of the direction, and it's an awesome value that you will be able to get if you buy this vehicle. And also a good warranty. But once again, the big question, which one do you choose of the two Korean cousins? Let's get in America and talk about the Ford Escape. I don't know if you checked the video that we did with the 2017 Ford Escape. Feel free to go look at that, and by clicking in the eye right there in the corner. For 2017, it's been completely redesigned. You've got more engine available and some modification made to them. You've got the Ford Pass system. I'm not sure about that, but hey, it will need to be discovered over time. And you've got security feature like line departure prevention. You've got a drowsy driver warning system, also adaptive cruise control with forward collision alert. On the downside, if you equip a lot of this vehicle, price will go up. As much as the standard version is accessible. Well, the base engine, it's kind of short on power. Fuel economy is not really there. Each time that we see some numbers about the EcoBoost engine, I don't know why it's really hard to make the numbers that have been announced. And you've got also the interior space, which is kind of restraining by the form of that vehicle. On the plus side, power is there. With the 2.0 that you can get in option, you're gonna see that acceleration are gonna be good, but be careful to do those numbers. You need premium fuel also. You've got a tons of technology feature like Sync 3, Android Auto. You've got a lot of USB connector. It's all about intuitivity, and Ford really gets it. You also get an awesome all-wheel drive system. Once again, if you didn't check the video that we did, check out that diagonal test. The Ford Escape aced it, and I love it. Let's get back to Japan and head toward the Subaru Forester. Once again, check out the full review that we did. We had some fun with that vehicle. For 2017, they made some modification to this vehicle, a lot of goodies out there, more noise insulation, the direction is going to be more communicative and faster. You've got that eyesight system also that will give you the possibility to have a lane departure warning. You've got new headlights, new tail lights, refreshed grille, and the front end is looking even better than in the past. On the downside, the CVT is kind of lazy sometimes, and it's not adapted if you go out there in some harsh terrain. You've got a feeling that it's more a tractor than a sport utility vehicle or a car like the other in the segment do. The definition is more 2017 when you sit inside the car, and the towing capacity will be at its maximum if your trailer have electric brake. Without that, it goes down in the numbers. On the plus side though, you've got a spacious interior, it's cavernous, it's big, you've got some comfort in front and in the rear. The suspension is one of the smoothest out there on harsh terrain. During the review that we did, we really pushed it hard in a field, on sand, everywhere that there was bump, and it's just like riding on a magic carpet. It's an awesome off-roader with the famous Subaru all-wheel drive system. Fuel economy is better than in the past, and if you want more action, you can go for the XT version, which is going to be performant, but be careful over time about the maintenance costs. And now it's time for the top 3. Who do you think will win right now this segment of the crossover or compact sport utility vehicle? Do you have a guess? Well, let's enter that. In third position, which one did I choose? I'm going with the RAV4. Toyota has added safety sense for 2017, so you've got, once again, great security feature when you go with the base vehicle. On the downside, acceleration are modest. You've got less storage inside when you compare it also to the others in the class. You've got the look, sometimes you like, sometimes you don't, but it's really a love or hating affair. I like to compare the road handling of the RAV4 to vanilla. It's not the best, it's okay in all category, but if you're a performance lover, you will need to look elsewhere. On a positive note for the RAV4, you've got low noise level. You've got an hybrid version which is also available, but the all-wheel drive of that hybrid version will only help you to get a vehicle moving around. Don't use that for off-roading. And you've got a tons of security feature which is gonna come standard. This vehicle is smooth. If you love fuel economy, if you love hybrid version, you might think about this one. Second place, Honda CR-V. It's been completely redesigned for 2017. On the downside, you've got that CVT that you will need to get used to it. The engine is a little bit noisy also. The premium audio system is not that good, but it's not the worst in the category. But the multimedia, I think it is. You've got also technology and security which is only available in all-wheel drive. On the plus side, I love the look. I love how aggressive Honda is getting right now. The finishing is just awesome. Maybe some space between some parts around the vehicle, but it's not that bad. Technology, well, you got it. Apple CarPlay, you've got also tons of security feature, turbo engine, a good all-wheel drive system, and you've got that awesome turbo power of the engine, but it's only a 1.5. So, are you ready for a big winner? You probably guessed it, but before, let's review the contenders. There you go, the Mazda CX-5 is our top winner of that category. For 2017, you will have a refresher version. The Mazda G Vectoring Control also is a cool system to have. It will improve the steering response by gently reducing torque to the drive wheel on initial turn-in. On the downside, well, you don't have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but you still get a good multimedia system. But why did the CX-5 win this category? It's all about the fun of driving. It's also performant with the 2.5 engine. You've got good equipment. Also, the Mazda CX-5 has a lot of what a family wants today in a sports utility vehicle and will still give you a pleasure of driving if you're alone behind the steering wheel. The interior quality also is really there. You've got an awesome technology with all the Skyactiv feature that you will find inside this car. Even if the suspension might be a little bit harsh, it's all about pleasure of driving. And one cool thing also that we have in Canada, sorry, the States, unlimited mileage warranty. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that review of the best compact sport utility vehicle out there. I think it was a really hard choice between the first three positions, but I'm really confident that what we choose will please you. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video, and don't forget to comment also if you have anything to share with us. Take care, see you another time on another video of Car Question.